Welcome to the Bob and Cancer Show. Hi, I'm Bob Kavoyan, and I hate my partner, and I want to kill him. As you know, my new partner is Cancer. I did not ask for this new partner. It was thrown upon me. I don't care for him.
Boo!
I want to get him out of the studio, get him out of my life, and that is what this podcast is all about. I am with my co-hosts. One, my wife, Becky.
We have a live audience. Let's hear my live audience. Give me some love.
And my best buddy, Whit Grayson.
Hello, all.
And the reason we have a live audience is we are broadcasting from Speedway, Indiana, right across the street from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the most famous racetrack in the world.
And we're
question.
here. We're here with Bob, you
Yay.
guys.
Our goal when we found out all about this was to, we've mentioned before, Joey's graduation and the Indy 500 were my goals to get through all this, and we've made it.
You've made it.
Tomorrow is race day, and if everybody looks up right now, you can see a skydiver.
There's a skydiver
with trailing smoke, trying to find the infield. I hope he doesn't run into one of the big screens.
You know what? We just lost our entire audience.
I know. I'd much rather watch that guy.
Yeah.
Maybe
I've got the best view.
Well, maybe his treatments didn't go as well as yours, Bob.
I guess not. That's
You
sad.
don't know. You don't know.
No, you don't.
Oh,
It's
that poor
unclear.
guy.
It's unclear.
That's
my
chemo
God.
coming out his ass up there.
I didn't know it was red.
No.
I
Hopefully
expected
it's not.
more of a tan
Yes,
kind of
right.
color. But yes, we are live and excited about the race tomorrow. This episode will be aired, as will all the episodes, be aired after the race.
Mm-hmm.
So we can get all of the 6 weeks of treatment into one little
Summarized.
tight little package for you.
And would you listen to Bob? He just sounds like $1 million.
Well, after my final week, I was pretty tired.
Yeah, you were. It was.
And that was one of the side effects. They said there would definitely be fatigue, and I felt it. I feel a little today, but I think I can walk across the street and see the race.
Yep.
And
How long ago was the last treatment?
last Monday.
Okay.
Last chemo treatment.
But I
Was-
mean,
You
the
mean
last
radiation
yes.
was Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
We'll get to that, Whit.
Okay. Am I jumping? See, yeah. I don't. I'm given show prep, but I don't pay attention.
No, why do you?
No.
Just like Tom. So yeah, the week started with our final week, 3 radiations, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Okay.
And, luckily, they changed my last one to 7:30 in the morning.
Wow.
So I got up early.
We're like, wait. When they scheduled it on Tuesday, they told us what time we were coming in on Wednesday, and we're like, what? What? We're not up at that time.
We're retired.
But we remembered, of course, that used to be halfway through our day. When he was doing the show, the Bob and Tom show, you were almost home by 7:30.
I was working. I was looking at watching the clock because I was going to go home in a couple hours.
Yep. But we got there and did it.
Got there, did it.
So-
Got my last zap of steroids, which is another reason why I'm here, because I have a lot of energy right now.
So they gave you steroids to kind of set you up for the long weekend, basically.
Yeah, for the most part.
That's nice.
Yeah. So
You got a round of fluids
Is
as
that
well.
available to anyone?
it is. I know a guy.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
So if you need them. But now I want to buy a weight machine. I don't know why. It's the oddest thing.
Yep.
So it's good. We're here. We're very excited, and
I'm so happy he's here because when this diagnosis first came down, and of course we were so scared and so shocked, and we had no idea what was going to happen. And of course, we've mentioned so many times Joey's graduation from law school, and he made it. Bob made it. He was tired by the end, but he made it. Huge. And then the race, and we really, be honest, Whit, did you think we were going to be down here?
I was 50-50.
Yeah.
Because even though I knew you were going to set this up, I thought his butt would be dragging.
Yep.
I did too.
And
I
it
figured
was
there's
last
just no way I'm
week.
going to be able to attend this, but it's amazing what luck I've had as
Yeah.
far as how all these treatments took place.
It's hard enough to be with family when you're normal.
True. Oh yeah. But
Let alone when your butt's dragging.
But when you're hyped up on
Oh,
steroids,
gosh, yes.
my God.
He's ready to put up his dukes. Come on, Frank.
Let's wrestle. Come on.
Well, I feel like you should give some context. You keep talking about the race. You're not just at the race. This is...
We're at Checkerboard Square.
You want to
Yes.
give some background?
Yeah, we've done podcasts from here before, from our JuneBugJourneys.com
Yes.
podcast.
Get that plug in, honey.
Well, we have been really way behind on the Junebug Journeys. And everything kind of changed in our lives after we lost our sister and our sister Lynn. And then Bob's diagnosis and all. We're not even thinking about Junebug Journeys. But we came down to Checkerboard Square. There are 6 of us. Well, why don't you tell the logistics of what we've done
Well, we
here.
have 6 RVs, and we are in a huge rectangle. And we are, I guess, surrounded these around us, and we have a beautiful courtyard designed for cooking, eating, drinking,
a big, beautiful tent.
a fire pit.
You got shade.
Yeah.
It's
We
beautiful.
have everything. It's we're
Privacy from the
self-contained.
riffraff.
Yeah, self-contained in here.
Well, that's the nicest portalet
Thank
I have
you.
ever been
Thank
in
you.
my life. In fact, a butler handed me a towel and some aftershave. That's incredible.
Did you give him a tip?
Yes,
You
I
know,
did.
See,
he
Jeffrey,
ran
I
out-
told you.
He ran out of mints, or you'd have got one of
Yeah.
those also.
It is nice, but I don't use it. I wouldn't go near it. But Frank pays for it, I guess, and brings it out so he doesn't have to use the facilities in his camper.
Good call.
Is it his choice or his wife?
I think it's the whole family's
All right,
choice.
okay.
Yes.
Probably. But no, we have it all set up with 6 different campers. My sister Susan and her husband Frank, you all know as What the Frank. My brother Yale and his wife Carol are out here. My best friend from home, Elner Ann, and her husband Steve. Yay.
Yay.
Yale's friends, Matt and Becky, who are from somewhere around here, I don't know,
Noblesville.
local people, and our good friends from Nashville, Tennessee, Bert and Laura. So we have an excellent group of people. Everyone's pitched in on food except us. Because my brother Yale said when we were planning the stay, we always divvy up who's doing breakfast and who's doing supper. And we eat like kings. But Yale said in the group text that we had called Checkerboard Square, he said, I think the Cavoyans get a pass this year. And we're like, yes! Yay!
I'm faking cancer next year.
But it really did give us the opportunity to focus on Bob, keeping Bob healthy, and we got to come down and just be relaxed. It's the first time we've ever not loaded up pans and food and all the gear that goes along with cooking out here. It was just great, and I thank Yale for that idea. Thank you, brother.
Indeed, thank you.
He said, little did he know how much beef tenderloin costs. Well, that's what we always provided every year. Thank you again, Yale.
You're more than welcome.
Yeah. So
So yes, we've made it.
we have.
I'm very excited.
It's tremendous.
The week ended without. The week.
Let's
Wednesday.
start at the beginning, how you felt, because you felt pretty.
I did. I mentioned that I was
Okay.
very fatigued.
And I was blue, which I'm not a blue person. I'm very positive.
You're as positive as they come.
But I think it was Tuesday. I just felt overwhelmed, and I'm not getting chemo or radiation or anything. I had no reason to feel that way, except I felt kind of overwhelmed. I think it was because my grief over losing our sister Lynn has been deferred. And so it kind of pops up at weird times, and I felt sad and
Yeah.
just plain sad. But it went away like the next day because I have no reason to have a pity party. Good grief. Well, I'm surrounded by love and family, so it didn't last, and we got through it, and Bob
Yeah.
got some steroids
I
and
got some
fluids.
steroids.
And he's
It was the last 3 days were the longest 3 days of all of this treatment because I was so excited for it to be over.
Be over.
yes,
Yep.
yes.
And Tuesday came, went, and then they moved everything up on Wednesday, and I was thrilled.
And we got out early, even after we had radiation, and then the time with the fluids and the steroid injections, the ants in your pants injection.
Got it all.
You didn't get any ants in your pants again.
Nope.
He never did have it.
Nope.
So
It was done properly.
he's
so,
had ants in his pants.
well, not by choice.
No.
No. But Wednesday was my big graduation day.
Yes, it was. It was so great.
I got a diploma and everything.
Really?
Oh,
Are you
yeah.
serious?
He
Oh, yeah.
did.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
The girls in the radiation department, well, first of all, let me just say, Bob sent them flowers. Can you believe that? Bob Kavoyan, in the middle of all this, thought.
Hey, I'm a softie inside.
He is a softie, and he loves those girls. We can't use their names, I'm afraid. Can we use your name? Probably not.
Probably better not.
Well, we have one of them here today.
And we're not going to tell you which one.
So let's give her a hand.
Yay, Paula!
She treated us like we were royalty. I'm not kidding. Those girls, every day, we walked in there 5 days a week for, well, almost 6 weeks. And they were kind and smiley and always happy and encouraging and just beautiful, just beautiful. And then Bob, so he sent those girls flowers, which I thought was super sweet. My husband is a sweetie.
I tried.
And we got to visit with them for a few minutes before he went back for his final radiation, and I'll let you take it from there.
Well, you go in there, you pass this bell every time you go in and out of the hallway to the radiation room. And on occasion you hear it ring, and it's...
Oh, it's glorious in the waiting room.
I know.
To hear that bell ring. It's great.
And then I got to ring it.
Oh, that's fantastic. Way to go, Bob.
So come on, you guys.
Yeah, yay.
Look, Bob.
Oh, look at that.
We all have bells. Can you guys hear it? Will they be able to hear it?
I think so, yeah. Yeah.
They can hear it. Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah, so that was
Bob got to ring that bell.
That's
Very
so
moving,
cool.
yeah.
That's
And
very,
all the
yeah.
techs and everybody came out, and I don't know exactly who all was who because I never went back there. I wasn't really privy to how many girls he was flirting with. So
Well, that's because that's the VIP room. Becky, that's the VIP room in the back.
Let me clear it up right now. I flirted with all of them.
fact.
Yes.
I always thought that bell was for tipping. I thought somebody had slipped him a 20.
Somebody gave him 50%
That's what I thought.
tip.
Okay.
But tell about the girls in the actual radiation.
But at the I go in there, I lay down, I have
This
to
is
put
the
my
last one.
hands over my head, stay in a position. That's when all the phantom itching starts, and
Sure.
you want to scratch and move, and you can't do it. And all of a sudden, this thing rotates around me 3 times, and it takes, I don't know, 5 to 7 minutes for it to take place. And I know when the final rotation is, and it was just like, oh, thank God.
And now
This is
you're
over.
done.
Victory is yours.
So they move the machine out, and the bed starts to lower, and 3 of the girls are in there with these big party hats on.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that awesome?
Said, congrats, Bob, and it was great.
Oh, that's so swell. That's so cool.
It's so swell. It is.
So it was
They're just
great
so
experience.
loving. I couldn't believe it. It didn't feel like a hospital setting. I mean, it was. You're going in a depressing place, and we're seeing people much sicker than Bob and grieving for them and what they're all going through.
Yeah.
But the girls there, bless you, Paula,
Just so good.
and your friend who will remain nameless.
Who, Michelle? I'm sorry.
Nobody's going to hear this
No,
anyway.
No. The tens of people who hear this will be amazed.
But seriously, just fantastic. So to you people out there who might be listening and have a diagnosis, don't be afraid. The people at the cancer centers are kind, and they will walk you through it and help you all along the way. They did. I would go in there scared, and they would make us feel so comfortable and confident that Bob was going to be okay, and this treatment wasn't scary.
No, it was not for me. For some, it might be, but
Yeah.
it turned out to be as easy as I could have ever dreamed.
Yeah.
Well, and maybe to put in context from the day we started, Becky, your brother Yale asked me, we hadn't seen each other, what were your thoughts when you first heard the news? And I said I was devastated. We all were. You went from this fear of the unknown
Right.
Yeah.
to these professionals took care of
And
you.
you know the
Oh, yeah.
path we walked
Yes,
down.
and you are blessed that they caught this early.
Oh,
You are blessed that you have a great team.
Yes, that's the wonderful thing is
I
that
want to toot that catch it early
Yeah.
horn
And
as
it
much
makes
as
all
I
the difference
can.
in the
And
world.
like Yale said, we were devastated.
Yeah.
We all were, because you hear cancer,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the first thing you think of is,
game over.
yeah.
And now treatments have gone well. Although now that we have a professional here who was in the radiation room, should I repeat what you said 2 weeks ago?
I don't know what that was.
She wasn't sure you were getting the right spot.
Oh, I did do that. I did.
And I said, I think they're trained, Becky.
I
think
didn't believe it.
I know.
I was doubtful.
Because he had no symptoms,
And
right?
I said it to the doctor to his face, and then I said it to him again 2 weeks later because he kept saying, "You're going to hate me next week," and
It never happened.
And Bob never hated
happened.
him.
Nope.
I'm still a little bit dubious. Maybe we were in a study and we were the placebo, because we never.
I think they would. Wouldn't they tell me that? Okay, I'll go. It's good.
No,
They don't just sneak a placebo.
No. Do you know who tells you that? Alan Funt. Smile, you're on cancer camera.
You're on candid camera.
Yeah.
But
That's
Wednesday
crazy.
was a big day for me, and we went home with big smiles on our face.
Great.
We did.
And I had to fill a prescription. So I figured I had a few
This was
errands.
for steroids, so he could have more
Oh,
steroids.
okay. All right.
I can carry these with me.
Okay.
So I have to fill the prescription, so I planned my route out of a few other errands to take care of that day.
I was getting my nails done.
So I figured, all right, I'll take a look at my route, and I'll do this, and this, and then I'll be home in this.
Right.
Well, I did this, and then went to the pharmacy, and the pharmacy was closed.
What?
All pharmacies now closed between 1:30 and 2 o'clock in our state. I don't know why, for lunch. I pulled out 1:45.
It's a smoke break.
Yeah. Your pharmacist has to smoke, and he
Yes.
can't smoke inside.
Right.
So I figured, all right, I'll just do a 15-minute drive, put the top down, turn up the music.
Sure.
And I had my Ensure with me.
That's a
Okay,
drink
so
for
it's your-
old people.
It's a protein drink
Right.
that says you're old.
Yeah, I mean,
So he's driving top down on a Jeep,
So I am top down,
music up.
volume up, sipping an Ensure.
listening to Steppenwolf.
Look it out.
Here we go.
Get your motor running. That is your badass senior citizen right there.
Man.
But those insures, man, they have paid off. Bob is bulked up. He's still at my heavy honey. He hasn't lost that weight.
I know.
He did exactly as we asked him to do. It's
Carrying the weight, and it's not easy. My bones aren't built for this kind of.
this
Can
heaviness.
you feel the? I mean,
Heck yeah, I
okay,
can.
all right,
Oh, yeah.
walking
He
around.
keeps saying he's got a big belly. I don't think he does, but he
I
thinks
do.
he does.
It's there.
But
You got to see me naked sometime.
Well, treatments are over, Bob. I think that's back in play, right?
I believe it is.
yeah. So,
Oh.
but it was funny. So, but that was the same day we had to prep to come down to the track to Checkerboard Square. And let me tell you, our families have stepped up to help us. Well, I think it's the big one, the bomb there.
I hope it's
Yeah.
one of ours.
It's a bomb run.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we had help loading up. Our son Wade loaded up the pickup. Then we had help loading up the camper and getting everything together so that we could come down here and join everybody. But everybody else had their own campers to deal with too. So we were all busy that day. Got down here and you made it.
Yeah, I made it. Now we're all set up, ready for the race, and I could not be happier.
Yep.
And now we await our next step,
Which is
which is I have some pre-tests before surgery,
okay.
and then
This is down the road.
a PET scan,
Okay.
and then lastly the surgery.
all right.
So that scan is June 20th.
Oh, here comes flyover. Yes.
Okay, it's a pause for a flyover.
This is the flyover. It's a big practice for the show tomorrow.
Is
For
it
the
the
big
Blue
show.
Angels tomorrow? I don't know. I'm out of the loop.
I don't know. I'm under a tent.
Okay,
So
yeah.
I'm not sure what went over us.
I don't know now. I lost my train of thought too.
No, but it's just a matter of my.
No, talking about the
Oh, he's
surgery.
got a-
yeah.
last is the surgery, and
Yeah.
we'll do is we'll post these 6 episodes, and then we'll do another one after the PET scan, and we'll do another one after the surgery,
Okay.
to keep you up so you have an ending to the story. We don't want to leave you hanging with what happened to Bob. So
I'm not finished. Are you
I'm
cutting this thing off?
No, I'm trying.
I got
to,
places to go on this talk.
I understand that, but there one thing we're trying to do is walk these people through these treatments.
Okay,
not
you're
through
right.
our trailers.
Okay, good point. You're right. It's the Bob and Cancer show. It's not the Bob and Becky show. Okay, I get it.
So now you may continue.
Well, I forgot to mention when we introduced the woman who shall remain nameless, Paula, how we got around. We didn't really get around, but we had to be very concerned about the HIPAA violation because she's not allowed to say anything. If she saw you on the street, she's not allowed to say, "Hi, Bob," or even "Hi," probably.
Uh-huh.
Her family wouldn't know who how she would know you, and she can't say because there's laws against that to protect our privacy.
Can she
Right.
still say my eyes are up here, Bob?
Yes. Yes.
I don't know how the HIPAA works.
But it's a violation if she says Bob.
Okay.
Yes.
So, and they're camping out here, in fact. It's just, it came up in conversation at the Cancer Center that we were going to be down here camping, and that was our goal, to get Bob down to Checkerboard Square. And she said, well, I camp out there. And I asked which lot, and it just so happened that they're in the same lot that we're in. And so it comes around that she couldn't come to our campsite because that would be violating HIPAA if she let it be known that she knew us. How in the heck would she know us? So I took it upon myself to just wander over to her campsite and introduce myself to her family and friends that are there, and said, this woman, Paula, takes care of my husband at the Cancer Center. So that allows us to now be friends, and she didn't initiate it. It was me. I walked over, and because I don't want somebody to hear this podcast and think, how in the heck did she get over to your campsite? Because that would be violating.
Yeah.
And she didn't. I went and invited her to come over and let it be known that her family was free to know that you guys were working with Bob.
And also, we're probably violating HIPAA by broadcasting that I have cancer. I don't know. I mean,
I told Becky
know.
when she said that she could not approach your friend, Paula.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Now I feel better about why no woman would talk to me at a kegger in college. It was a HIPAA violation, Bob.
I
feel better about
I think
that.
it was a hypness.
Okay, could be. Or lack thereof, right?
Yes,
See, these boys are good.
Uh-huh.
So I just wanted to clear that up because I was afraid I would get to the end of the podcast, forget to have said that. Then she gets to work and someone goes, well, you're in trouble
broke
now.
all the rules.
Well, I don't know when HIPAA started, but you're a big Andy Griffith fan.
Yes, I am.
Remember the lady that wanted her pills when knew Ellie? Ellie was the new druggist.
Oh,
and
yeah.
everybody
And they
in
were
town
just
knew what she was taking.
placebo.
It was a
Placebo.
sugar
yeah.
pill. They called it a sugar pill.
it was a simpler time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
It really was.
Yes.
Everybody in town knew she took sugar pills.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
So she got her sugar pills.
And we''t been watching Andy every night.
Yeah,
We watch
you watch
Andy.
them sequentially, right?
Yes,
yeah,
we
we've started season 1 all the way through, and that's been our, I guess, put us in a good mood before we go to sleep, before we go to treatment the next
It's
day.
just a joyful show to watch, and I've been a fan for ever, decades, and I love them, and I know the episodes, I know the dialogue, and it's been really special to watch them. Bob will say, well, let's turn on an Andy, and it's 11 o'clock or 11:30, and to watch it with Bob, to have him experience it with me, and it just puts us in a great frame of
Yep.
mind. I love Andy so much.
There's 2 words that define the death of Andy Griffith. Howard Sprague.
Oh,
That's when it
We're
all
not
went
there
south.
yet. We're still in the good years.
I thought you were going to say in color.
Well, same
Well,
thing. It could
yeah.
be either. I think they were coincident. I mean, they
Yeah.
happened at the same
Yeah.
time.
Yep.
Yeah,
or
that was
Barney
bad.
leaving.
Oh,
Yeah,
Barney
that's-
leaving.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
Well, let's just do a whole podcast on Andy.
We should.
We could.
Might as well start.
Yeah, we
Now
could.
what are we going to talk about?
Exactly. But no, it's been really special, really a neat time. And
It's been an unusual time for us, but it's a time that wasn't as frightening as I thought it would be. It came out great. Our next step is what we wait for, and hopefully that will come out great.
I was shocked, I guess, 2 days after the news. I saw you.
Yeah.
It was the day of the Masters.
yeah.
And I told Becky I was just so pleased how resolute you were. That
Yes.
I'm just going to kick this thing's ass.
Yep.
I'm going to do what they tell me to do.
Yep.
We'll get through this.
Yeah.
See, my-
You were not it was not a pity party at all.
We did learn
No.
in the chemotherapy section, which is a different area of the hospital, and we only went there once a week, but we were there longer. We did learn that a lot of people do not do what they suggest you do, which is hydrate, 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 protein, 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 for him. Now, every patient is different. Calories, calories, let's keep this guy from losing those 20 or 30 pounds that they were afraid he would lose, or they actually projected he would lose.
Interesting.
And instead he gained more than 10. But we did learn that some people will say, well, I had 2 coffees and 3 Pepsis and a such and such, and it's like, that is not hydrating. And Bob is not a water drinker, but he has become a water
That's
drinker.
amazing to me that
Yeah.
you now embrace water.
I do.
You know
Yeah.
why he's done it? Because he loves me. And he wants to stick around.
Well, he's afraid of you too.
You know how much trouble I'd be in if I died? Huh? Are you kidding me? See, the week of Masters,
Right.
on Wednesday, I had planned to fake cancer so I didn't have to do anything, so I could watch the tournament
Yes.
all the way through the weekend.
Right.
And instead,
And you know what?
Yeah, well,
Well, it came at, but I still laid around and watched the Masters
yeah.
all
it
weekend.
actually and I think we've mentioned it on the podcast before. Thank God for the Masters, because those days were the first dark days of fear and the unknown, and we had the Masters to focus on, and
Yeah.
we did. We just were numb.
Vegged out. And,
but I think was the next
Who
day,
won?
Was the you did, Bob.
yeah, in the
So-
long run, I did.
So who was it? The next day? Was it that Monday? Was your first treatment?
No, we had a
No, we
You
had
had, you had a week.
we had
Okay.
tests
had a
in
week
between.
between
All
there.
right. I couldn't remember.
We
Okay.
started the
had a week, and we had to go through a couple of initiation, orientation on
Secret
what was going to
handshakes.
happen.
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And we got all that, and the following Monday, everything started, and
Okay.
now it's...
and that's when he started the heavy hydrating and calories and all that.
Yep.
And we've carried that on, and I'm continuing to carry that on, although the dietitian who contacted us, they have a whole team over there, man. We have our own dietitian. And she said he can lessen his calorie intake now because he was up over 3,000, 3,500 calories a day. He
My
was
doctor
eating-
is frowning on that, but I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
So
And,
we're-
you know, the best thing you can ever do is get cancer and
Get fat.
have free Grater's ice cream.
He had ice cream almost every night.
you had more paydays in your kitchen
He did have a
than in
lot
a
of
movie
paydays.
theater lobby, Bob.
It
I
was
had a whole display.
Calorie
Yeah.
Central.
Every snack known
We looked
to
like a
humans.
snack bar at a movie theater.
We did. And at about 10:30 at night, I'd say, you need a few more calories today. And he'd just go, well, let's have ice cream.
Let's go.
So we did. And he's been fantastic about it. Just great. And it's carried on down here. We're eating like kings. We always eat like kings at Checkerboard Square. But I've never had to count his calories and protein before. And luckily, we've had pulled pork. We've had every kind of turkey, pork chops. We
Oh, I
had
know.
tuna salad.
And
I don't eat it. It's crap.
Yesterday, I was talking with our nephew, Jake, about
Oh,
protein.
yeah.
And we're talking back and forth, and said, yeah, I'm eating all this protein. He goes, you know, that protein is really good for actually losing weight. He goes, are you on the keto? The keto diet? I said, no, I'm on the
chemo diet. Yes. And they're slightly
And,
different.
It's a little different.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's...
He has learned things that don't work for swallowing. He doesn't like, I make homemade bread, and I made all this bread for him, and it's not that he doesn't like it, it's just he can't swallow it.
If I have bread, I can't have ice cream. You get too full.
I
No,
would
but
choose ice cream.
He has trouble swallowing that.
I
you
do
can
that.
admit
Bread
that
is a
part.
little difficult
Okay.
to swallow.
You know.
And that is really the only problem I'm having is bread. Everything else I can swallow easily.
Okay.
Yep. When
It's-
we've been having all of it.
Yeah.
And today, speaking of our friends and family helping us, it was time for Bob to have some kind of a snack. He's supposed to eat before he's hungry, which is a weird thing. It's not
It's very
good for
weird.
you. I mean, unless you're having cancer treatment. So I said, honey, it's time for you to have something to eat. And he said, well, what you got? Well, our friend Laura was sitting there, and she said, I have tuna salad. And she brought him out because she loves us and wanted to serve him and help him. She brought out a beautiful glob of this horrifying stuff that I wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole. But he loved it.
See, but Laura loves me.
Yes.
I don't make tuna salad. I don't have it in the house. No way. But
Yeah.
other people make it. And it's a lesson that...
Fly over.
I got to see him.
Did you see him?
Yeah.
Incoming.
I have the best view. Sorry, guys. I'm facing that way. And phew. But,
Anyone have a tissue?
did you wet yourself?
I may have. Wow.
So, shoot, what was I talking about?
You were
Crap.
talking about how
Tuna salad.
wonderful
Tuna
everyone
salad.
is.
salad.
Yes.
Oh, I know.
Laura-
It was how wonderful everybody's been, because we're surrounded by our family. We also have good friends that we have let in on the news. Not many, but a few we've let in on this kind of news. And I have learned just through my life, I guess, and decades of living, that I am a helper. I'm just that person. I want to always be serving and helping. Well, it irritates Bob just a little bit that I'm constantly riding him about food, calories, protein, water. Do you have a Gatorade? Where's your water? It does irritate you, right?
No comment until the time limit is up.
But anyhow,
No, not irritation.
No,
No, I'm not irritated.
What is it?
I'm full.
true.
I'm constantly full, and you're still putting food in my mouth.
But a lesson we've learned is that we don't want to deprive our family and our friends from helping. Because if we say, no, we can't think of a thing you can do, there's nothing you can do, they all feel like they want to help.
It's a natural thing.
Well, and there isn't really anything specific I can say that you can do. We don't need meals delivered because, believe me, we have enough food in the house. But when there are things, then we need to say yes. And they have all reached out and all done things for us.
Mm-hmm.
Every single one of the people here has been amazing to us.
yes,
amazing.
Nothing
We're
better
surrounded
than
by
family and
love.
friends. I agree.
Yeah, just surrounded by
It's
it.
made it a lot easier,
Yeah.
and it's made the journey go quickly. So
so if you get well, you're going to have to go back to reality. You know that, right?
I would prefer it if you say when you
yes,
get well.
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I mean, when
thanks,
it's done.
Whit.
When it's done. Yeah.
Nice job there,
Yeah.
Whit.
Thank
Sorry.
you. No.
We can edit.
I don't know what you have planned.
We can edit that in post, Bob.
No, it is going to change. He's not going to be eating ice cream every night.
No, you can't. You won't be able to.
No.
No. I mean, he's can't get too fat. Come on.
No, I can't.
So,
I can't carry the weight.
no.
I don't plan on it either.
Yeah. But he's doing amazing. I do want anybody who's listening who might have a diagnosis, who's new to this, to reach out to your family, to the ones that you trust the most, and tell them and allow them to help you, because it makes a big difference. It allows them to love on you a little bit, and you don't have to go through this alone. There are people out there who will help you and be with you.
And I would say the one thing, if you are family or friend and you have a loved one who has cancer, don't be fragile.
Right.
Treat them normally.
Regular. Yeah.
Laugh with them. Joke with them.
Well, and one thing,
Don't just sit there and pity them.
we talked about this, the fact that you've kept it very private.
Yeah.
Until now.
Except for this.
Well, I mean, it's not yet released,
Yeah,
right?
well, that's what the flyover was. It's being.
I saw the banner.
it's
Way to
being-
go, Bob.
It's being painted in the sky right now.
No, but I mean, if you just put it out there, then everybody wants to help.
Oh,
It almost
overwhelming.
becomes an issue.
Yeah.
You've kept it contained. You've kept it amongst friends and family, and you've allowed
Everybody's
them.
honored it.
Yes, totally.
Yep.
It's amazing how they have not shared it.
Zero.
We are not getting people that it leaked to at
Nope.
all.
Nope.
No, and I think that's also
thank you
one of the
for
things
that.
that helped this go smoothly. You're not having to constantly reply to everybody. How are you? How are you? How are you?
Well, and think about how great it's going to be to go, I went through this,
I'm done.
but I'm done,
Yep.
and we didn't want to share it with you, but now we're great.
Yeah.
Right? What a great story.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a great story, and he did very well.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't want people treating him with kid gloves or, oh, Bob, we're so sorry to hear the news.
Yeah,
or
that's what I don't
That's just
care for.
pitiful. It
Yeah.
feels awful. It doesn't feel good. So
Yeah. So go in with a positive attitude.
Yep.
Stick with it. And
grab your team, a
Yeah.
team of
As
some
you
kind.
said a minute ago, go see your doctor each year.
Oh my gosh.
Yes,
Yes.
it has definitely saved my life.
No,
yeah.
you're 100% right.
yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know how else to say it. We've all heard that message, early detection. But people might not know how you do that, and that is to get your annual physical. Go every year to your doctor and let them check you out and listen to what they say.
True.
Don't be in denial, because it can save your life for your loved ones.
Yep.
So, yay.
Yay. Yay.
Here
All
you
right.
are.
Yay. I think I'd like to hear the bells again.
Good idea.
Can
Let's
we hear
the
the
bells.
Yay, Bob.
Because we have officially graduated.
Yes, you have.
And we move on to the next step. All right, that's enough of the bells. And it's been actually a lot of fun
Yeah.
going through this with you guys
Thank you.
and sharing it with everyone.
We're honored.
You are loved.
We're honored.
Yeah, we are
Yep.
loving
So
him.
I guess stay tuned for the next episode, because we don't know what
That's
what
about a
it'll
month
be.
out, I'm guessing.
Is that what they...
It'll probably about a month.
Okay.
And,
All right.
then it'll probably be another month after that before the final episode.
Okay.
And we'll keep you abreast of everything that happens and everything that happened in between, as I try to eliminate my new partner.
Yes.
I hate him. I'm going to kill him. This is the Bob and Cancer Show.
You've been listening to The Bob and Cancer Show. Tune into our next episode as we continue to follow Bob's journey. Bob Kavoyan appears courtesy of HIPAA. HIPAA, that's all we're allowed to say. This is Whit Grayson speaking.